Now in this picture, it might look that I photoshopped myself into the background of the river, but it actually not. I am in fact standing right in the middle of the river when I took this picture. So hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. I enjoy sharing my surrounding with you because I believe that nature plays a very important role in how we cook. And because through nature, it helps us to understand how important that our cooking has to be related to our surroundings. I feel that I'm extremely lucky to live along this small river, and I really like to share them with you. And with different environmental protection efforts, the water of the river has become very clear so that you could even see the bottom of the river. This river is full of fish. Here are some examples of fish that caught by a friend of mine. They are smallmouth bass. I'm not a fisherman, but my friend is one, and he caught this fish and he brought it to me. And it is amazing to me that we can find such big fish in this small river. Another friend of mine, Dan, he actually raised this fish in a pond that he has right next to his house. Yesterday, he brought me some fish that he caught in his pond, and I used them to make this dish. This dish is very simple and quick to make. It takes only about 10 minutes. And you can consider this as a template because you can use many other types of fish as well. I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of canola oil. And I'm going to cook this dish in a wok that I purchased from Aldi for $15. And I reviewed this wok in this video. As I discussed in this video, I really like this wok. It is an excellent value. It's a good construction, and of course, it has a great price. And for $15, this wok would last you for a lifetime. If you're interested in a carbon steel wok and you want to save some money, you might want to take a look at this video and consider this wok to be one possibility. So okay, I'm going to season the wok with my spot seasoning method to create a non-stick cook surface. You can take a look at this video to learn more about how this method works. And it is very kind of Dan. He has already filleted the fish for me. So all I have to do is to cut it up into small pieces. I then coat the fish with cornstarch as well as my basic seasoning mix, which goes very well with fish. You can take a look at this video to learn what I have in this basic seasoning mix. I designed this basic seasoning mix to enhance the natural flavor of the food ingredients. I use a method known as shallow frying to fry the fish. This method actually is very similar to deep frying, except you use a small amount of oil and you fry the fish on one side first before you turn it over to fry the other side. The light coating of cornstarch will give the fish a light breading, and it provides the fish a crispy texture but not overwhelming. And because I have cut the fish into small size, it takes only about a minute or so to fry one side. And by coating the fish also with my basic seasoning mix, it enhances not only the natural flavor of the fish, but it also gives it a very nice texture. This is mainly due to the minced onion flakes that I have in that seasoning mix. This method in coating the food ingredients with cornstarch as well as with a seasoning mix, you can consider to be a template that I use in cooking many different types of meat, that including chicken and shrimp. Now, as you can see that the fish did not stick to the bottom of the wok because I have properly seasoned the surface of the wok with my spot seasoning method to create a non-stick cooked surface. This wok has a natural surface. This allows it to be seasoned over and over again. After I have turned the fish over to fry the other side, I add some asparagus to the wok. This actually works really well because while the fish being fried on the other side, the asparagus will be cooked at the same time. And next, I add a vegetable known as luffa gourd. It is a vegetable that are commonly found in Chinese and Indian grocery store. Its flavor is somewhere between a zucchini and a cucumber. The luffa gourd is also known as ridged gourd. Its name actually came from that ridge that on the surface of the gourd, and you use a vegetable peeler to peel that off before you eat them. When I was young, I always find that in our bathroom we have something looks like this. This is actually a bath sponge, but it came from the luffa gourd. And if you let the gourd continue to grow, that's what it will turn into, something that I really do not know. Next, I add some portobello mushroom that have been thinly sliced. The last vegetable that I'm going to add is some cherry tomatoes. So one question you might have is that how do you decide that this is the vegetable that you want to cook with the fish? I select these 4 vegetables for 2 reasons. The first reason is that I already have them available in my advanced prepping. I could not tell you how important advanced prepping is for me to decide what to cook. In a recent survey, when they asked people what did you cook for your meal, the number 1 reason is what they have available in their refrigerator and their pantry. The second reason that I choose these 4 vegetables is because all of them are very quick to be cooked. So this way, by the time when the fish is about done, this vegetable will be cooked as well. This will prevent me from overcooking the fish. So when you do stir fry, you use these strategies to help you to time your cooking. To season the dish, I'm going to use about 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. And then I add 1 teaspoon of finely chopped ginger. And my wife loves ginger. And I add the ginger later because it will give the dish stronger ginger flavor. By this time, the dish is almost done. All I have to do is to mix everything together with the oyster sauce. And our flavor is truly the essential aspect in making a delicious dish. I constantly adjust the flavor of my dish. I find that if I have a dish that is rich in flavor that are contributed by the different ingredients, I will season the dish very lightly, and in this case with only a small amount of oyster sauce, which will increase the umami flavor of the dish. And at the same time, I will not overwhelm the natural flavor of the food ingredients in this dish. As the saying goes, you love flavor first before you love the food. In my case, I find that as I continue to improve the flavor of the dish, I come to love food ingredients such as many different kinds of vegetables I used to not think that I would like them. This dish is a good example that you can make a vegetable dish taste delicious because you make sure to make their flavor to stand out. And the total cook time of this dish is about 10 minutes. At times, this turned out to be one of the most essential factors in determining whether a person will cook or not. In a recent survey, when people asked how much time would they be willing to spend to cook a meal, and the average time is about 30 minutes. And my fast cooking system with the 4 attributes, that is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, will allow you to cook a meal for 2 to 4 people in less than 30 minutes that you use mainly fresh ingredients. When you're able to cook food that you enjoy and love, and as well as that you know it's going to be healthy for you, there's no reason that you do not want to cook every day. Therefore, the goal of my fast cooking system is to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routines. I post a video each day to help you to learn more about as well as to adopt my fast cooking system. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.